भगवान। वो लाइट नहीं आएगा, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं जी, बहुत आवाज करता है। बस ठीक है। थोड़ा बहुत हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। You can increase the volume. You know the volume where increase the volume. Come. Make it little more. No, little more. You have to make it more. Sit down. So, again, is it all right? Yes. ठीक है जी। ठीक है। So, we are doing this particular objection. The Purva Pakshi said, thoda, very little, you have to just touch it, that's all. You don't have to do anything, touch it and come back. Just a little. Is it all right? Is it all right? ठीक है। Again. So, the Purva Pakshi has said, less, thoda sa. End of something is, thoda sa. Is it all? No, it's gone. Is it all right? All right. Is it all right? Again.
Shifting behind also something cynical.
All right, now. ठीक है. Now, let all here only some more. Here also. So some connections are. इसको है ना, just आप 1 minute आइए. Just put it this side, on that particular hand. No. That. On that. Let all right. Make it less. Take. थोड़ा more. You more. Is it now? It is all right. It's all right. Again, it is gone. It's all right. You try it. You can try it. Just it has to be adjusted and slightly. Not too much this side or that side. ठीक है. Oh. Good. Itself is a problem. Is it all right? Take it. Keep less.
यहीं से हो रहा होगा स्वामी जी, उसमें से इतना नहीं कनेक्शन से यहाँ हिलता
है. वही है ना, प्रॉब्लम तो यहीं पर है. प्रॉब्लम तो यहीं पर है. It's all right. ठीक है. Now leave it. Okay. We'll manage. Hari Om. Purvapakshi said, you can't get moksha unless the body falls. That's how he thinks. As long as you have body, you can't have moksha. Therefore, you don't require knowledge. You have to only facilitate early departure. There's something else, some adjustment. There's no way. It's all right. All right, now. You can do it. Perhaps he can do it. Going around. Is it all right? ठीक है जी. No, again gone. All right. ठीक है जी. थोड़ा सा.
If you touch that तो हिल जाएगा.
All right. ठीक है. Not at. You have to make. Hare Om. It's all right. अभी नहीं जी. यहीं पर प्रॉब्लम है, वहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम है. ठीक. अभी ठीक है. ठीक है. हरि ओम. Maybe somewhere else we need to get some training in this. It's all right, no? All right. थोड़ा सा कम कर लो जी. All right. ठीक है. अभी ठीक है, छोड़ो जी, leave it, we'll have the class without. कोई बात नहीं, my voice is good enough, I can breathe. ठीक है, अभी ठीक है, अपने आप ठीक हो रहा है। वहाँ पर कुछ गड़बड़ है,
थोड़ा पीछे करने से भी
नहीं ठीक,
इको कम आता है।
ठीक है जी, अभी ठीक है, छोड़ो जी, छोड़ो जी, छोड़ो जी, छोड़ो 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 जी, ठीक है। हरिओम। रामा, हाँ शर्मा जी, हाँ इस बार खराब हो जाएंगे तो आप ठीक करेंगे। Now, gone, again gone. Is it? Again, nothing is happening. Somewhere problem. It's all right now? ठीक है जी, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. Don't make it, don't change it now. We'll manage it. So, Amrarabdha. Purvapakshi said that you can't have moksha unless the body falls. Now, Bhashyakara says, my dear, it's not that you get moksha after the fall of the body. Because the logic of it is, hey, if freedom from the body is moksha, then before you were born, you were free from the body anyway. Before you took the body, you were free from the body. So if freedom from the body is moksha, then you should have got moksha even before you were born. Why should you wait for, why should there be a body and then moksha? Therefore, there is no such a thing called body. See, we think in terms of body, which is wrong. There is no body. There is only embodiment of the self. The conscious being looks embodied. There is no body because except that particular knowledge, that I am the body, that view. So, apart from that view, that I am the body, there is no body. We look at the body as a thing. This is where the problem is. Body is not a thing that is lying there and then we come and occupy it. If body is a thing that's lying there and then if we come and occupy it, if that's exactly the position, then I should experience the body even before I occupy it. But we don't experience the body. Body doesn't present its existence before occupying it. So when I am free from the view that I am the body, then there is no body. Therefore, there is no body. There is sashariratvam. There is no sharira. This is a very big rahasya in Vedanta rahasya. I mean, a very important part of unfoldment, which is generally ignored because we don't want to change the language. We don't want to call the life as embodiment. We only look upon life as a body. This body. Conscious being is looking as embodied, you see. Conscious being. It is a state of a conscious being looking embodied. That embodiedness is nothing but a view, like a dream embodiment. There is no dream body as a thing. It's not that there is a dream body and then we go and occupy it. Dream embodiment is dreamt in oneself. Embodiment is dreamt in oneself. I don't want to say even that the body is dreamt. Even that is wrong. Body is not dreamt. Embodiment is dreamt. World is not dreamt. One's relationship with the world is dreamt. Even though it is okay to say that in the dream I am dreaming the objects, but we are only dreaming a certain relationship between our being and a thought, looking like a thing. Therefore, there is no sharira, there is no body, there is only embodiment. That embodiment is not like, we make a house and then we go and occupy it. It's not like that. That's not in our experience. When it comes to a house, we do experience. I experience my being not the house, not in the house, outside the house. When I am outside the house, I see myself as an individual. Then I see the distance between me and the house, and then I enter the house, etc. etc. But here, such a thing is not there. Therefore, the problem is not the body, the problem is the view that I am the body. Not only that, body is not outside that view that I am the body. That's a very big thing. That's a very big thing. Body has no existence outside the view that I am the body. Exactly like snake doesn't exist outside the view that this is snake. It is a pratyaya. Snake has no existence except as the view that it is a snake. And this view also is not about the snake. This view is about the rope. See? So, snake is a wrong view about the rope. That it is a snake is a view, that is point number one. And that view is not about the snake. That snake is a view, not about the snake. That it is a snake is a view and about the rope. You see, these two things must be clear. So, snake has no existence except as a view. There is no thingness in it. There is no thingness in the snake. So, snake is a view about the rope. Here also, I am the body is a view about oneself, the non-human. I am the body is a view. I am the body is not an association. Therefore, it is the correction of that view that is called moksha. It is not the fall of the body. It is like saying departure of the snake is moksha. You see the snake, you see the rope as snake, and then say, जब सर्प चले जाती है, and you are seeing it right in the bedroom. See? Or wherever, within the house you are seeing a snake, happen to be a room. You see a snake. And then what is moksha? When the snake leaves the house and goes away, then there is moksha. But snake will not go. It is a view. Body can't go. Body, even if it falls, the view that I am the body doesn't go. That is why that is called rebirth. That view can become remanifest. A view cannot go away. A view cannot go away until it is corrected. Class. That should be Mahasiddhantam. That should be a very fundamental stand of a student. The fundamental Siddhantam is Mithya Jnanam, a wrong view, cannot go unless it is corrected through right view. The antidote for the wrong view is the right. Unless we get the antidote to the wrong view, see, action cannot be an antidote to the wrong view. The right view, the right knowledge is the antidote to the wrong view. Therefore, even if a person dies, he will again appear as a form. Like even if I don't see for a while, I don't see the snake. I see the snake and afterwards they say, apne aap jayenge. Then you go inside. And then I come out and again see, same snake. Snake will not go. In this manner, this life after life, what we call life after life, is nothing but continuity of that same view that I am, they are. Correction of that view is what we call moksha, not merely fall of the body. Because fall of the body is not moksha. Because fall of the body itself is not moksha. And therefore one can get moksha even when one is alive. Because there is no body. Tracing everything to one being, that is moksha. Okay, this point Bhashyakara makes clear. Then, Nityam Ashariratvam, freedom from embodiment. Freedom from embodiment doesn't have to be brought about. Freedom from embodiment, I am going to use the same term. I don't want to use the word freedom from body. It's a very silly expression. There is no freedom from body. What is it? You don't become really, when you come to know the rope is not free from the snake. Rope is not free from the snake. There is no snake. Rope is free from, unaffected by my view that it is snake. Rajju, rope, is unaffected. Rope is unaffected not by the snake. Rope is unaffected by my view that it is snake. It is unaffected not by the thing. It is unaffected by the wrong view. In that manner, I don't have to bring about the unaffected status of the rope. That the rope is unaffected is its nature. In that manner, our freedom from embodiment is our nature. Our freedom from that view even Freedom from the view that I am, freedom from the body. Means what? Freedom from embodiment. Means what? Freedom from the view that I am the body or I am the embodiment. That view doesn't affect our nature. In fact, we cannot say this particular phrase, it is unaffected, unaffected, unaffected. We can say something is unaffected, unaffected. We can say something is unaffected by a wrong view about it. In no other situation can you use the word unaffected. You can't say unaffected. A fact is not affected by a wrong view about it. That is the only situation where you can freely use the word. It is unaffected. It is nowhere else. If two objects are associating, they affect each other. Banana leaf and the thorn, when they get associated, one affects the other. Between two objects, one object is affected. Any association, it affects. Association with a place affects you. Association with a person can affect you. Association with money can affect you. Association with poverty can affect you. Association always affects. You can't say, here is an association where one is not affected. That's not possible. There is only one situation in life. There is only one situation in this creation where we can freely say, well, a given thing is not affected and anything is not affected only by a wrong view of it. Adhyasa doesn't affect the fact. That is the only. Even if you take the rope for a snake, that view that it is snake doesn't affect the rope. It doesn't affect the rope. Rope remains rope. If you see the sand as water, that view that it is water doesn't affect the sand. If I see one moon as two moons, it's not going to affect the fact that it is one moon. And the same thing applies about myself. If I see myself as the embodied, it doesn't affect my nature of ever being free from body. In this sense only the Vedanta says, you are by nature unaffected by your view that you are an individual jiva. Your view that you are an individual jiva, your view that you are a mortal doesn't affect your nature of being the unlimited being. And that nature is intact, and therefore you have to recognize what is there unaffected. Unaffected means it doesn't become something else. The unlimited continues to be unlimited. That is what is called being unaffected. The peacefulness of the self remains the same, unaffected by the idea or view that I am unhappy. The idea that I am unhappy doesn't affect its peaceful nature. Unrecognized. Even when it is not recognized, that non-recognition of the fact also doesn't affect the fact, because it continues to be evident. I continue to be there. Therefore, here, Nityam Ashariratvam, freedom from embodiment is eternal. Eternal means nature. What is always there can only be nature. Akarma nimittatva, it's not brought about by any ritual. Rituals don't bring about our freedom. Freedom is our nature. Unlimitedness is our nature. Freedom from time and space and form and thought is our nature. That's not brought about by any ritual, by any action, by any process. Iti avojama, this I have already said. So, if moksha doesn't have to be brought about, then our kartavyam, what the jiva need to do, is only recognizing how freedom is his nature. Thus, self-inquiry, self-investigation, looking at oneself, the observer, is indeed what is kartavyam, what is to be done by the student, rather than undertaking some extraordinary ritual to bring about moksha. Because every action can only bring a result, and every result is limited. Limited and non-eternal. Heaven is non-eternal, hell is non-eternal, Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, everything is non-eternal. I think we have seen up to this point. Now Purvapaksha says, Tat Krita, this is what we have to read. Tat Krita Dharma Nimittam Sashariratvam Chennam Tat Krita Dharma Adharma Nimittam Sashariratvam. Purvapakshi says. You are associated, see, he is thinking, the Purvapakshi is thinking. Even though he uses the term Sashariratvam, he doesn't understand really Sashariratvam means a view about the being, even though Bhashikara has said. Because in the first line he said, Nahi Atmanaha Sharirabhimana Lakshanam Mithya Jnanam Muktva Anyataha Sashariratvam Shakyam Kalpayatum. That's a very clinching statement. You can't think of embodiment except as an error about yourself. This he has already cleared. But now the Purvapakshi, he hears that Vakya, but he is already, there is a conclusion in his mind, and that conclusion is really embodiment means association with the body. This association with the body, this particular thinking doesn't leave a person even if he is a Vidwan. Now this Purvapakshi says, you have association with the body because of the karma that you had done before. So karma you had done, karma you did in your past lives, the karma that you did before you were born in the previous life has brought about association with this body, and the association with this body again leads to doing other actions. So, the good and bad deeds done in the past has brought about this body, and the actions done in this during this embodiment will bring next body. So, karma done before is the cause of this body, and the body causes karma, further karma, and further karma will cause further body. That further body will cause further karma. In this manner, this body or embodiment, this embodiment and karma, they are interdependent. Therefore, the explanation of our life can be given without taking into account your Brahmavastu and all that. Without taking into account some nature which is a free nature, which is of unlimited nature, without going into these metaphysical confusions, we can explain away this life as a result of the past karma. And past karma has brought about this body, and this body again would bring about the karma. In this manner, body leads to karma, karma leads to body, again body leads to karma. Thus karma and body are interdependent. Therefore, why can't we clinch the problem here that interdependency between body and karma is the explanation for life. That's why he says, Tatkrita dharma adharma nimittam, Tatkrita dharma adharma nimittam, sashariratvam. That is jivakrita. Tatkrita means what? Jivakrita. Dharma adharma nimittam. Jiva did the dharma and adharma, and caused by that, and then that's the dharma and adharma done by the jiva causes next body. Sashariratvam. Iti chet. If this is the answer, if this can be the conclusion, why not we make this conclusion that the past created the present life, past actions created the present life, and the present life leads to the future actions. Future actions will lead to the future body. They perpetuate each other. What is life? It's a process of perpetuation. In fact, that fits into human thinking also. What is Grihastha-ashrama? Just perpetuation. Just perpetuation. Anyway, man only knows a process of perpetuation. And that is in line with the fundamental truth. And the fundamental truth is body is really caused by the karma, and karma has caused the body, and body will cause the karma, and karma will cause the body. In this manner, this is a self-perpetuation. It's true. In answer to this, Siddhanta says, no. You can't clinch a topic on interdependence, idiotic. Interdependency cannot be clinched. Interdependency is to be explained. Interdependency cannot be explanation. If you say it is true that the quality of this body is determined by the previous actions, that is all right. There is a body, there is a karma, there is a body, there is a karma, they go together. We need explanation for the embodiment, we need explanation for the karma also. Not only embodiment, I do meet, sukha dukkha. Why do I find myself with the body? Needs explanation. What is this binding oneself with the body? Needs explanation. Why? Why does the other person is born in a better situation whereas I am born somewhere else? He has got pleasures, I have got pains. Yeah, you understand, there is a disparity. Now this disparity also needs explanation. Why he has got better looks and I don't have better looks? Therefore, karma cannot be an explanation. Karma needs explanation. Embodiment cannot be an explanation. Embodiment needs to be explained. Are you able to follow? Embodiment. What is this embodiment? Needs to be explained away. What are these disparities due to? Needs explanation. Therefore, Siddhanta here says, Sharira Sambandhasya. Let us read. Sharira Sambandhasya Asiddhatvat Dharma Dharmayoho Atmakritatva Siddhehe. So, Sharira Sambandhasya Asiddhatva. Up to that, we are going to look into the meaning. Sharira Sambandhasya Asiddhatva. We cannot prove that we are really in association with the body. Hey Rama, you can't prove. You may feel that you are associated with the body, but your association with the body cannot be proved as a fact. You see, association between one object and another object is possible. Therefore, it doesn't require to be proved it. It's possible. You prove the possibility, you have proved it. You prove the possibility of association between the self and the body. You prove the possibility. I am not talking about feasibility. I am talking about possibility. So when we prove the possibility of the association between the self and the body, and say what is possible can happen, then we don't have to. Then it is clinched. Like association between one object and another object is always possible. If somebody says there are two objects together, it is believable, it's okay. Two hands come together. Why? It's possible. Association between two hands is possible. Association of one object with another object is possible. Association, if it is possible, then it is there. Now, in order to show that there is no association between the self and the body, we have to prove that it is not possible. Association with the body is not possible. Why? Body is inert. Body is jadam. Body is an object. As it is felt, we treat it as an object. Okay. And the self is consciousness. The self is the observer. Now between the consciousness, between the subject, between the observer and the observed, there can never be association. Because the observed itself is a bhranti in the observer. Like, see, first let us take up the example of thought. How, despite I see the clay, I see the pot, I use the language separated for both clay, pot. Now between clay and pot, is there association? Is there association? Association means association between two things. So if association is there, then there will be dissociation also. The very definition of association is that which can be followed by dissociation. Now, can the clay and the pot stand separate? If they cannot be dissociated, then there is no association. Why? Because they are not two things. So from the clay's point of view, there is no pot. If the clay searches for the pot, tell me. If the clay wants to be associated with the pot, will it come across the pot? So there is no association. The pot and the clay, there is no association, not dissociation. Rope can't have association with the snake that I am saying. Even when the rope thinks that I am snake. Let us take, we will look at the example differently. The rope itself looks at itself as the snake and says, I am the snake. Let us imagine. Now, is the rope associated with the snake there? Is the rope associated with the snake? Even when it says, I am the snake. Is there association? कोई association नहीं है. In that manner, between awareness, the subject, and the body, the inert, between them there is no association. Between Jadam and Jadam there can be association. Between Chetanam and Jadam, there is no association. Okay, we will take up another example. Did we really have association with the dream objects? ये तो देखना पड़ेगा. Can we say that really I was associated with the dream objects? Can it be called association? If it is association, when I wake up I should look at it as dissociation. Meaning, when I am in dream I am associated with the dream object, and when I wake up I get dissociated. I say when there is a dissociation there should be an object, and I here and the object there, then there should be two separate objects. Therefore we can't we use the word association, dissociation casually, without really taking seriously the implications. So, when we perceive the dream body and dream object, that cannot, particular state of dream cannot be a state of association with the dream body. It's not a state of one's association with the dream object. It's not a state of association. It is a state of mithya jnanam. It is a state of dream about myself. It is a state of dream. Once you say it is a dream, then you can't say between dream and myself there is association. One is false, the other is true. Between the truth and a false view, there cannot be any association. Between two reals, there can be association. Between the sand and the mirage water that I see, between the sand and mirage, there is no association. Between space and blueness, there is no association. Tangible, organic association is not there. Similarly, here also, between awareness and the dream objects, between awareness and the dream body, there is no organic, physical, real association. Because if it is a real association, then when I wake up, I should have dissociation in the sense dream body should be there and dream object should be there. You understand? Aisa to nahi. When I wake up, there is no dream body, there is no dream body. Therefore, it is a dream. If it is a dream, between dream and the dreamer, there is no association. I may imagine association, because once I have the sense of reality about it, then I strike a sense of association. Like once I see the rope as a snake, then I see a sense of association between me and the snake. Because I see the snake with a sense of reality. So I am one reality, snake is another reality. So when there are two realities, between the two realities there is a sense of association. So I look at the dream objects as real, and I look at myself as one reality, and the object that I am looking at it as I am looking at is another object. Between me one real, between me the one reality, and the dream mountain that is another reality, I see an association. Between myself, the conscious being in the dream, and the body, the inert body, the dream body, which I look upon as another reality, I say, there is an association. In the same manner in the waking also, I am one reality, a conscious being, I don't know what it is, but then I feel I am there all over the body, so this is called association. I feel associated with the body. I feel associated with the body. And therefore when I look at anything, so this is association. With the table is this association. And with anything that I see there is association and dissociation. That is why when I go to sleep, I describe that phenomenon as dissociation with the body. When I sleep it is dissociation with the body. It is dissociation with the body, and when I wake up I look at it as association with the body because I have a sense of reality about the body. Therefore, between me and the body, there is a association and dissociation. But this is the popular view. And this particular popular view that there is association between the self and the body is being questioned by Bhashyakara, saying, hey, you cannot prove association between the self and the body because it's not possible. It's not possible. The unlimited cannot be associated with something. There are so many reasons. The unlimited cannot be associated with another, number one. The conscious being cannot be associated with the inert. Conscious being cannot be associated with the inert. Inert can be associated. Conscious being and the body cannot be associated. Consciousness and the body, there cannot be any association. Because between two like things, you see, there can be association. Form and form, there is association, all right. I am saying even between the form and the sound, there is no association. ये तो बहुत लंबी बात है, छोटी बात. Can you associate sound and form? Sound is audible, and this is visual, it is visible. A form is seen, a sound is heard. Associate them. You can't associate the form and the sound. Why? Because if I associate, then the proof of that association is I should be able to register that association. It should be available for knowledge. Association between the form and the sound, association between the form and the sound is proved only when it is available for knowing, registering. Now with what pramana can I register the association between the form and the sound? Form I can see by the eyes. Sound I can hear through the words, through the ears. Now the association between the two. The association between the form and the sound, if you say it is there, now that association, and unless it is registered, it is not proved. And if it has to be registered, then through which pramana, through which sense organ can we register the contact between the form and the sound? Because if I use the eyes, I only see the form. When I use the ears, I hear only the sound. But the contact between the two, if you say it is there, then I have no pramana. So if it is not available for knowledge, then how can you say there is association between the form and the sound? And therefore there can be association between the sound and sound. There can be association between the form and the form. There can be association between the taste and the taste. Not even the taste and the form, I am telling. This is a very, very serious matter. Even though we say there is taste in the form, I tasted the form and it tasted. In fact, you don't taste the form, you only taste the taste first. The visible has no taste. The visible. The other is tastable. The vision has no taste. That is the form. This is the taste. Touch. The form can't be touched. This is real bhranti. Form you can see, form you can't touch. So between form, sound, taste, touch, smell, there is no association. There is no association. If there is no association even among the five elements, the five senses, how can you say there is association between the Atma and the five senses, five sense objects? And therefore, the association between the self and the body cannot be proved. Bas. I don't want to go further, otherwise you will all curse me. Swamiji is making it so terse. And I don't want to be cursed because I am going to Uttarakhand. No. I want to have a happy and peaceful time there. Therefore, this much you understand. Nobody can ever prove association, quote unquote, as such. Association in the real sense of the term. Association between the subject and the body cannot be proved. Therefore, the felt association is not association. I am not saying it is not felt, but the felt association is not association. It is an error among self. The felt association with the dream body is not really association. We may call it association, but actually, on inquiry, it is not association. The felt dream embodiment is not association with the body. It is dreamt in oneself. Not that there is a body and then I get associated. The felt association with the dream object is not a real association in the real sense of the term, but it is dreamt. And similarly, the embodiment here also is dreamt in the absolute. It's not dreamt in the mind. Dreamt in the truth. And I gave you the logic. This logic has to be. One wakes up exactly where there was no waking state. So the waking state begins in the waking state, free, deep sleep in the sense, absolute peace. In the absolute serenity begins. Waking state doesn't begin in relative serenity. Waking state begins in absolute serenity. In absolute serenity. Thought begins in absolute serenity. Embodiment begins absolute serenity. And therefore, waking state is an appearance or in a perception in Brahmavastu, because oneself is absolutely serene. I am trying to use the term, what we call familiar term, the absolute serenity, which is the nature of the subject, as obtaining in Sushupti, it is absolutely serene. And right there begins the thought of embodiment. And therefore the background to the waking thought is not emptiness. The background to the waking thought is absolute serenity of one's being. That is why I am able to recall this is a thought and that is freedom from thought. I am able to contrast between the thought and the absolute serenity. Absolute serenity is not unknown to man. Absolute serenity is known to man. Absolute peace is known to man. He experiences absolute serenity. Where there is freedom from even the memory, there is no reference to prior disturbance or later disturbance. In this manner, there is total freedom from the thought. That kind of absolute serenity is not unknown to man, it is known to man. And therefore, embodiment is not association, embodiment is mithya jnanam. Bhashyakara simply says, asiddhatvat, it is unproved. Sharira sambandhasya, association with the body. Asiddhatvat means what? It is unproved, it remains unproved. Asiddhatvat, dharma dharmayoho atmakritatva asiddhehe. And therefore, it is not provable that the good and bad deeds are done by Atma. Atma's association with the body is unprovable. Atma's association with the body is unprovable. Atma's association with the body is unprovable. Therefore, it cannot be proved that good and bad deeds are done by Atma. It is not that Atma does good and bad deeds, But there is a perception, there is an error that I am the embodied, and there is an error that I am the doer, and there is an error that I am doing good and bad deeds. We are not denying embodiment. We are not denying actions. We are not denying good and bad deeds. I say these good and bad deeds and this embodiment, they are not in the form of Atma's association, they are in the form of Mithya Jnanam about the self. Like in the dream you traveled, now what is it? In the dream you traveled. And you did make movement, you did reach. You did reach. Now what is that? Is it real movement? Is it real movement? The movement is dreamt. Movement is a thought. Movement is a thought. There can be sarpa pratyaya. If there can be sarpa pratyaya, there can also be kriya pratyaya. There can be a thought of movement. Did you hear this? Not only we dream objects, we dream also movements. In dream, we dream movements. That's all what we are saying. Hey, the waking movements, the waking actions, the waking good and bad deeds also are dreamt in the self. Not that Atma does movement. Movement is dreamt in Atma rather than Atma makes movements. Atma doesn't make movements. So here Bhashyakara clinches the statement here. Association with the body, Atma's association with the body is unprovable. Therefore, your statement that good and bad deeds are done by Atma also is unprovable. Cannot be proved. Tvasiddhehe sharir sambandhasya dharma dharmayoho tatkritattvasya cha itaretara ashrayatva prasangat andha parampara esha anaditva kalpana. Purvapakshi had said we can explain away life like this, that body depends upon karma and karma depends upon body and again body depends upon karma. Karma leads to body, body leads to karma, karma leads to body. This perpetuating, self-perpetuating, they perpetuate themselves. Itself can be an explanation. Bhashyakara here says no, it's not an explanation. It is in fact, it needs to be explained. That he says here, you see. Sharira sambandhasya, association with the body, according to you, my dear Purvapakshi, dharma dharmayoho tat kritattvasya. Sharira sambandhasya dharma dharmayoho tat kritattvasya cha. Association with the body and with dharma and adharma as causing each other. Dharma dharma being sharira sambandha krita and sharira sambandha being dharma dharmayoho krita. Itaretara kritattvasya cha. Now that each leads to the other, this particular stand. Do you know what it leads to? Itaretara ashrayatva prasangat. It leads to mutual dependency. So, karma leading to body and body leading to karma is itaretara ashraya means mutual dependency. And arriving at mutual dependency cannot be an explanation. And therefore, andha parampara esha anaditva kalpana. This is only andha parampara. You see, andha parampara means the blind leading the blind. It's like, you see, the unexplained karma leads to the body, and the unexplained body leads to the karma, and the karma which is again unexplained leads to the unexplained body. The unexplained karma leads to the unexplained embodiment, and the unexplained embodiment leads to the unexplained karma. Therefore, karma needs to be explained. Embodiment also needs to be explained. Therefore, the karma that is yet to be explained leads to embodiment which is yet to be explained, and the embodiment which is yet to be explained leads to karma which is yet to be explained. That means what? Embodiment as yet to be explained is called andha. Karma that is yet to be explained is what? Another andha. This is andha leading to andha is what? It is called andha parampara. One, the blind leading the blind is called andha parampara. This is called andha parampara. Blind leading the blind is andha parampara. Now who is leading to what here? Karma leads to the body. What is karma? Blind. What does it mean? Karma which itself requires explanation leads to embodiment which itself requires explanation, and embodiment which itself requires explanation leads to karma which requires explanation. Therefore both need explanation, and there you are saying they lead to each other. This is what is called andha parampara. Therefore this anaditva kalpana means beginningless. This body came from, it came because of the previous karma, and that previous karma came due to its prior body, and that body came because of its prior karma, and that prior karma because of the body. In this manner you are really, you are precipitating a chain, unbroken, beginningless chain of body and karma. This cannot be an explanation. This needs explanation, my dear. This needs explanation. In fact, what is the difference between anaditvam and anavastha? What is anaditvam? Your anaditva kalpana is nothing but anavastha, which is the first karma. Because the question is possible. Which is the first karma? No, there is no first karma. Because before that karma, there was body. Before the body, there was karma. Which is the first body? So you can't think of the first body. There is no first karma, there is no first body. So beginningless. I say, how can you say they are beginningless? Every body begins, every body ends. Okay? Every karma begins, every karma ends. Series of beginningful bodies can't make beginningless bodies. Series of beginningful karmas don't make it beginningless, because all of them have a beginning and an end. And therefore, anyway, this much if you understand this argument, and then you can reflect on it. That is, karma is not the explanation for embodiment. Karma is a part of embodiment. That is how we have to begin. Karma is a part of embodiment. Karma is not the explanation for embodiment. If you can register it, it's a big thing. Like space is not the explanation for the other four, the world. Space is not an explanation for the world, because space is a part of the world. Space is a part of the world. You have to write down on a piece of paper. Space, Swamiji said, space is not an explanation for the world. Why? It's a part of the world. Yes, it makes sense. Space is a part of the world. We need explanation for the world along with space. We need explanation for the world which includes time, space, form, my body, my thought, my individuality and karma, whatever karma. Time includes the past as well as future. Time itself is a part of the creation. I need explanation. You can't say time is the explanation for the world. You can't say change is the explanation for the world. Change is a part of the world. Change is one of the phenomena in the world. You can't say there is change before the change brought about a universe. You can't say. Change is a part of the world. And therefore, just as change cannot be an explanation, time cannot be an explanation, space cannot be an explanation, no given detail of the universe can be an explanation of the universe. My mind cannot be an explanation for the universe because my mind also is thought is a part of the universe. Body is a part of the universe, including the thought that I am the body is a creation. The explanation for the universe has to be something that is unlike all these details. Which is the material, which is not self a part of creation. And that which is not a part of creation is our being. The observer of the creation is not part of the creation. The observer is not a part of the creation. Because the one who observes the waking state also observes, experiences freedom from it. The observer of the dream survives the dream. That means the observer of the presence of the dream also observes the negation of the dream. Therefore, the observer of the dream is not a part of, is not one of the details of the dream. Similarly, the observer of the waking state is not one of the details of the state. And therefore, that which is not a part of the creation, that which is not one of the details of the creation, alone can be the explanation for the universe as the source of it. And therefore, here also, body cannot be an explanation for karma, nor karma be an explanation for body. In fact, both need to be explained away in the light of the self really, which survives both. It's mithya jnana, that's the explanation. Okay. Iti anaditva kalpana itared rashayat prasangad parampara esha anaditva kalpana. You can put a mark there. हाँ जी, आपको ब्रह्मसूत्र पढ़ना हो तो ऐसे होगा. आप ही लोग तो कहते हैं हमको ब्रह्मसूत्र पढ़ाओ, हमको ब्रह्मसूत्र पढ़ाओ. ब्रह्मसूत्र पढ़ाओ ऐसा कहना तो आसान होता है, लेकिन बैठ के सुनना, प्रश्न तो पूछेंगे, जब समाधान देंगे तो बैठ के प्रश्न पूछ के चले जाते हैं. ऐसे नहीं होता, ब्रह्मसूत्र को सुनना पड़ेगा. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. We will have one more Sunday. We'll have the classes till 10th. 10th will be the last day. So we are going to have one more Sunday. Now there is some prasad. Who brought this? Who brought this prasad? Please come. Aye. You. come. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Please come. Namah Shivaya. 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 They are all right? Both well. Namah Shivaya. 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 Ayya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. They're all right. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. आप भी ले लो. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. For both of you. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. There is so much. I could have given two too.
Actually, I was desired for two.
You can all take one more. This is very nice. Please come. You can take two too. Those who have taken one can take. You have taken already? No, then take two. You have taken two? Taken one? Please come, please. You have taken one? Then you will get only one more. You have taken?
Swami, what were you explaining? Nityam Ashariratvam.
Ashariratvam. Freedom from embodiment is eternal. Not it has to be brought about. It's not anitya. Body is non-eternal. Freedom from body, self-freedom from the body is eternal, means swarupam. Eternal means only nature can be eternal. Anything that is eternal, it has to be the nature of the thing. Please come.
I've taken one before.
Please come. Those who have taken one can take again. Come. It's good. You haven't taken. Please come.
Only one shot.
Chalo. Aao ji. Namah Shivaya. Please come. Hari Om. Please come. You have taken once?
No, Swamiji.
You have taken? Okay, you can give it to the children. This can. Have Brahma Sutra class and followed by some sweet. It's a अच्छा प्रारब्ध है. भगवान says, प्रसादे सर्व दुखानाम हानिरस्योपजायते. in prasada, all your dukkhas end. In prasada. That's all the meaning of that particular verse. In prasada. In prasada means in taking prasada. That has to be interpreted that way. In taking prasadam, all your dukkhas will come to an end. Bhagavan says, prasade sarva dukkhanam hanihi asya purushasya jivasya upajayate happens. Now, this is taken literally. Therefore, any temple you go, take prasadam, you will be all right. Prasadam, no. Taking everything with prasada buddhi in life. This is an upalakshan, this is symbolic. You train a person in the temple, this prasadam is to train to create in him, that habit of receiving things with prasada buddhi. That it is prasadam. That's why this particular tradition of prasadam is there in the country. This should not be renounced. This should be maintained. That's why in Rishikesh, etc., nobody says, bhojan. Say prasad. प्रसाद लेके जाना, आज वहां पर प्रसाद है. भिक्षा मतलब प्रसाद. So, not just by taking prasad, prasad buddhi. Hariyo. Prasad buddhi. I can't take so much. So you can give me a glass. Any questions? That particular question you asked, question is this: what is Nityam? Freedom from embodiment. Bhagavan says, Nityam Ashariratvam. That Ashariratvam meaning Atmanaha Ashariratvam. We have to get corrected like this. Atma's freedom from the body, Atma's freedom from embodiment is Nityam, is eternal. Meaning Atma's freedom from the body is eternal. What does it mean? Freedom from the body is its nature. Nitya Shabda means Swarup. Why Atma is always free from the body? Because that is its nature. There is no other way. Eternity cannot be due to any other reason than nature. Fire is always hot. Why? That is its nature. Space is always accommodating what? That is its nature. That is its nature. Similarly, Atma is always free from the body, and we say that's because that is its nature. Atma can never be negated, whether waking, dream or sleep, any state. Atma is never negatable as the Sakshi is always there. Because there cannot be emptiness. If there is emptiness, then there has to be the register of the so-called emptiness. In fact, you don't register emptiness because there is no emptiness. In fact, even when you say I have registered emptiness, you have only registered the thought of emptiness. Not that there is an emptiness. Therefore, you entertain a thought of emptiness and then register the thought of emptiness. And then make another error that I am registering emptiness. In fact, you are not registering emptiness, you only register the thought of emptiness. And therefore, as a registrar, you have to be there. Therefore, why the self is never negatable? It is never negated because that is its nature. Therefore, Nitya Shabda has the connotation of Nityam Nityam. And the hetu for it, it is eternal. The self is eternal because eternity is its nature. Nityam means Swarup. Otherwise, how can it? Everything is Anityam. Anything that is Kritakam is Anityam. If it is Nityam, it is not Kritakam. If it is not Kritakam, then it is Swarup. And why Upanishad says, Pariksha Lokan Prapisha Nirveda Maya Brahmana Nasti Akritana Kritena. Akritam Nasti Akrita. Akrita means Nitya, Swarupa. Nature. You can't bring about Nityam through karma. Analyze everything in these words. And all that is created is negatable. And if you want something unnegatable, and if you want something eternal, that you can't bring about through karma. And therefore, Nityam is something that you have to recognize. Therefore, the Vijnanartham, in order to understand it, so Guru Meva Vidache, let him go to the Guru. The Guru Meva Vidache, Samit Panihi Shrodriyam Brahmanishtham. Let him go to the teacher and learn. What is saying? What is this? Because we want to create the eternal. There's a contradiction, you know. You can't create the eternal. Because anything that is created is non-eternal. And what does man do? He's a karta. He's all the time doing something. In the process, he can only create a few things which become non-eternal. Non-eternal means so non-eternal, so non-eternal. Their lifespan is much less than the expected. Never he creates. It's just passing things. Non-eternal is a big word. Only something used for 1,000 years, and if it goes, I say it is non-eternal. Yesterday you created, today it goes. You don't call it non-eternal. Non-eternal also means something which stays for some time and then goes. It doesn't stay at all. It just comes and goes. What non-eternal? That's why we have another word for it. Fleeting. Ashikara used excellent language. He says, Budbuda Praya. Budbuda Praya is like bubbles. Bubbles like bubbles. Budbuda Praya. Drishta, Nashta, Swabhava. As you see, it goes. You see, Drishta, Nashta, Swabhava is something, even before you register it completely, it is gone. Non-eternal to go very far. We use the word non-eternal only for heaven. Thousands of years you will live in heaven, and ultimately it is non-eternal. Whereas what man creates, they are not non-eternal, they are Drishta Nashta Swabhava, Udbhuda Praya. And he thinks I am going to be here forever. Okay. Hari Om, Hari Om. That way, Nityam means Swarupam. Okay.